The structured process allows us to begin the head coaching interviews virtually this week, and we can begin interviewing candidates in person after the wildcard games.
25 lighters on the dresser, bad bitch Vanessa, yes or no key, just pressing, my lane is reckless, or strong, they can feel the presence, wheel and deal, they can feel the pressure, fashion over bay like the dresser, got some issues, I wouldn't press it, y'all crash dummy shit, don't impress me.
YouTube, we back.
What's up?
You know who's not back though? Lovie Smith.
Yeah. He go bye-bye.
Yeah, he got fired. Kind of expected, I guess.
I expected it. I'm not gonna lie.
It was one of the things I know for sure we probably had on our wish list. Not any disrespect to you, Lovey, but we just want to change.
We shouldn't have said nothing though. That's why he beat us. That's why we lost the game, because he coached really hard. Just like, don't say nothing next time you're gonna fire somebody.
Like,
that's true.
What? It's like, you're my pick. For real, yeah.
I seen a thing today, and it was like, Lovie Smith got the biggest fuck you back at the Texans. He knew he was going to get fired, so he ruined their chance of having the first round pick, or the first draft pick in the first round, so he won the game. And I was like, if that's true, that is a big fuck you, but I think he just kind of got lucky.
I would say he got lucky because their team sucks, but Casario could have told him to sit people.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicago did it.
Yeah. Like, they obviously tanked it. We never said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have did it too.
Like, my biggest thing was people were like, oh, you can't come out and tank. I'm like, bro, if you watch that Chicago game, they literally kept taking starters out over and over and over. I was like, come on, man. That was literally – I saw that tweet, though, and I was hoping it wasn't real, but it was by a credible source. And it said that when they walked by the Texans locker room and somebody said this was our Super Bowl, at that moment, I was like, you need
Who said that?
They didn't say a name. They said somebody in the Texans locker room said that was our Super Bowl. At that moment, I was like, yeah, fire.
You can't even be mad because, I mean, if they would have tanked, like, if the players would have came and not played, when they came back next year, you wouldn't have forgot it.
Yeah. I was going to say it kind of would have seemed like somebody would have tried to compare it to the Astros cheating scandal.
Yeah, they would have definitely compared. I don't know if it's equal, but yeah.
It's not equal at all, but yeah, they would have tried to compare it somehow.
I mean, they're doing it anyway. Evidently, the Texans are racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the funniest thing I've heard by Texans fans is no one wants to come here. That this is not a place that anybody wants to come. And I was telling Caleb this whole week, I go, how many teams in the NFL is there? It's 32.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's only 32 jobs to be a head coach in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to take the job.
Yeah.
I would rather come here than go to Arizona.
Yeah.
They don't even know what they're doing over there.
We don't either, but guess what? We don't have a Kyler Murray problem. We don't have
trading DeAndre.
Yeah, exactly.
We already had that problem.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, I keep reading on stuff and it's saying, okay, you have a number 2 pick. You have the number 12th pick. One of the youngest teams. Literally, because they showed the numbers from that Nick did going to dead money. I think it was ridiculous amount of how much he got rid of.
Yeah.
Which they were like, that's very impressive for a GM to do when he just came in and it wasn't his money to get rid of. Like, he had to get rid of as much as he could to get under. Give you cap of like 45 million or something.
It was 48.
Yeah. It's even better. And it's like, and you get a young coach that wants to be with a young core of team. And we looked at the pretty much you look at the numbers and you look at who we had. I mean, Romeo Crennel, you're already here, bro, but you're like 70 something. It seemed like.
Yeah, you're fucking old. You were old when you coached here in like 2012.
The David Culley hire, the thing with me is nobody in the NFL was going to hire him anyway. So why are y'all complaining about it? Dude was like 70 also.
Nobody interviewed him since.
Yeah. Lovie Smith was already on the team. Nobody was going to promote him as a head coach. We did it. So it's done. It's over. They told you the plan. They want to get a young coach to grow with the young team. That's a real plan.
That is a real plan. Feasible plan.
Yes. I learned also, because you remember how we've been wondering who was the one trying to hire freaking Josh McCown?
It was Esterby?
Yes.
Yeah. I always suspected that.
Yeah. I mean, another gripe that I've been seeing is people are like, why are the Texans going after offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators? They need to go after.
What the fuck you wanted them to go after, a kicking coach?
They
Fuck,
said
man.
they need to go
Stupid
after
people,
established coaches. And in my head, I'm like, if you're an established coach that's fired, that means you probably were bad.
Yeah.
all day long, all I've heard about was Sean Payton. I don't fucking want Sean Payton. What I want you for?
Everybody wants Sean Payton.
I
Apparently.
don't want Sean Payton. I'm not giving up a pick for you. I don't want to pay you all the money. You gave up on another team, and we don't even know how smart you are, really, to be honest.
Yep.
I mean, he had Drew Brees, so it's like.
But you think about it, like, did he, when they won early, right?
Yeah.
Like his third year, but he didn't really build that team. It was built aside from Breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't know if you can really build a team because you got talent on New Orleans now, which was your shit, but you fucked that team up.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as this shit got rough, you bailed on him.
Michael Thomas was out. You had Chris Olave. He had a decent team, if we're being honest. He had Chris Olave.
You just didn't have a Drew Brees, and you bailed on him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he coached Winston 1 year.
I was gonna say he had Jameis Winston, and he was like, "I can't do this." He was like, "It's between him and Taysom Hill. I'm out."
I'm not giving up a pick for him. I can't do that.
We have too many holes to give up a pick, I feel.
Exactly.
And it's like, I'm not giving up the second. I'm going to give you my 12th. That's a viable talent right there that can be viable for the next 10 years. I'll go get one of these offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators and take my luck with that. I don't feel comfortable giving up a pick, and he's getting paid like 25 million if he gets traded to it. And people that are watching, you cannot trade Brandon Cooks for a coach. You cannot trade players for coaches. You want to trade
Brandon
picks.
Cooks is not worth any kind of first round pick.
Yes.
No.
And stop putting him in your mock draft saying you're going to trade him to a team for a first round pick. That's not feasible at all.
You try that bullshit on Madden, and the game will laugh at you.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you want to force this trade because this ain't working. These trades that I'm seeing, like, I'm just like, guys, stop. Like,
the trades that people are doing right now make no fucking sense at all.
And then two, we might not be trading Brandon Cooks. Like, I don't know what we're doing yet.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks apparently said that he was okay with a rebuild at first, and now he's saying he's not.
Man, he could sit his ass on that bench for all I give a fuck. If I need you, I'm gonna keep you.
Yeah. I did see an interesting post, and I'm been looking for viable sources on it a little bit, and there was like 2 of them that I found, and it was saying on the Brandon Cook situation, you notice when a lot of this turmoil started was after a guy got fired. Exactly. And it's just like, maybe he promised him something. Maybe
that's exactly what I was saying on episodes before. Is that Esterby promised him something that he didn't get.
Yeah.
But he can't say it because Esterby promised it to him, and if he says it, it ruins it for everybody, and everybody there that's about to get the shit for it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll find out what it is one day.
I was like, we're gonna find out one day when he's not on the team no more. He'll say what it was, or Esterby will come out and say it. Like,
I guarantee you that the conversation was probably something like re-sign, let us use you early, and we'll trade you, and then plus you get the big contract because we have the money to give it to you now.
Yeah,
it was probably something along those lines.
Yeah.
If I had to guess at it.
Yeah. That sounds more feasible for a Jake Esterby type of.
And then close to the deadline came, or he asked, he's like, "Yo, when am I getting traded?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Well, Esterby said." And they were like, "Fuck Esterby, hey, you're fired." And they're like, "Now what?" And then he's like, "Oh fuck, he's the one that told me he was gonna do it."
Yeah.
No.
That's how that went. I promise you.
Esterby was like, "Hey, I'll give you this much money, blah blah blah. We'll trade you." And he was like, "Cool." And then they were like, "Esterby, we heard about that. Fuck you." And then Brandon Cooks was like, "Well, I don't want to be here no more." And they're like, "Too bad. You're gonna stay here for as long as you want because we hate you."
Listen,
he signed the contract.
Yeah,
exactly. Like he could have said that out loud. I mean, and I think that it'll just make Esterby look more stupid, but it'll make Casario look stupid too. Also, to know Esterby's making deals in the behind the scenes and shit like that.
The dumbest thing about it all is the Brandon Cooks, Deshaun Watson relationship of them being cool, but Deshaun hating Esther B, and then it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's like I don't even care for it anymore. I just want Cooks off the team just to get rid of all the drama of him. It's like right now he's in that Eric Gordon bubble for me. Just get out, just go. I don't care. Just go. Now, if he comes back next year and he's not in the media every damn weekend talking about, I don't know about rebuild, I'm very talented. Yeah, bro. Before us, you were literally bouncing around everywhere.
Yeah.
Word.
I was like, I remember seeing you like 3 times on the Rams, bro. That was it.
Yeah.
You and your big helmet just moving around the whole.
The longest he ever did was 2 years on the Saints, and then now here.
He's not a bad player.
No, he's not.
Like,
No,
I'm not mad at you for being mad for being here. Fuck, I don't want to watch this. So I know you don't want to play for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he went about it wrong. Like you gave up on the. I cannot forgive that from a pro athlete. I don't give a fuck who it is. If you give up on us, then I give up on you.
Yeah. And I mean, you had to, when people were like, "Oh, take his captain away," it doesn't matter. I go, it does matter in a locker room. You're around these people all the time.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna look up to you and be like, "Dude, you gave up on all of us. Why the hell do I even want to listen to you?" Like, it just makes sense. And I mean, as the off season comes around, we're gonna of course hear more and more coming out, I'm sure. I know Nick said that, today that the head coaching process will probably take about 2 to 3 weeks. He wants to vent everybody out. I know today, as of January 12th, we interviewed Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator of Detroit.
I actually think that's who they're going to hire. I think he's everybody's favorite. I really do.
How do you think?
That's who I want.
I was going to say, how do you think it'll be if they hire him? But
what do you mean?
Like, I was going to say, like, are you okay with it if they hire him? That's what I meant.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Would you like
yes,
him as
I
the
just
head
said
coach?
I wanted him as
yes.
Yes.
I know. I was trying to ask you that,
I
but
didn't
you
understand
answered
the question because you said, like, how do you think it's going to be? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, are we still going to suck? No, I hope not.
No, I meant, like, would you be okay?
Yeah, that's who I want.
Yeah.
That's who I want. I mean, the dude, just look at what he just did to Green Bay. The dude converted 2 long 4th downs on plays that you didn't expect. He knows how to use talent. Look at TJ Hawkinson. He went to Minnesota, became a Pro Bowler, but he was able to look at him and be like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Your ass don't fit. You could go. No matter how good you are or you think you are, I know what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, so I like that. The only thing that makes me nervous about him as a head coach is when he gets here, our team is not as good as Detroit. Like, their offense is good. Like, not good, but their O-line is great. And then we don't have that.
I think whoever you get, you're going to keep Tunsil, and then you're going to keep your boy Titus Howard.
I think they are too. You keep Green. Yeah. You could draft a lineman, pay for a lot. Like, I think we could, but that's how you have to get a coach first. Yeah. Then you know what you're doing.
You get a coach. And Nick kind of said, he goes, I want a coach that, kind of resonates what he's trying to do. And I remember watching KHOU, and the guy was talking about, he goes, if you get down deep into it, Nick likes to do a lot of analytical stuff also. And a lot of older coaches don't really like that. I mean, we see it in a lot of sports. So he wants somebody that he can resonate with in that level of it. And I mean, he's bringing in legit head coaching options. Other teams are doing the same thing. You have, of course, Denver Broncos defensive coordinator,
Alvaro.
Yeah, Alvaro. He's going to interview next week, I believe. And then you have the Eagles offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator interviewing.
I don't want the defensive coordinator, but I do want Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take Shane Steichen. He's like number 3 on my list.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's doing better there, right? Like, he made Jalen Hurts kind of good. He was the OC for fucking Herbert one year. So the year he actually looked good. So imagine that. And then AJ Brown just had the best year ever for himself. But also, you have an amazing fucking offensive line. Can you
do it with not amazing one?
But also, the benefit to him coming, I think, even more so than Ben, is he's going to bring a lot of people with him.
Yeah.
Like probably a whole offensive staff, in my opinion. Like, I just think Detroit's too much put together. Like, piece here, piece there, trying to figure it out still. That he won't bring as many people, but I think Steichen will. But I still want Kafka as my number 2 option. OC from the Giants.
Yeah, Mike Kafka. I was about to bring him up right now. Yeah, they requested to interview him also.
Because you got to think about it. He's only a 1-year coordinator. He did make the Giants better. He made Daniel Jones' sorry ass look decent.
Yeah.
But 2, that fool was a passing game coordinator, and he did a lot of shit for the Chiefs for a long time.
Yeah.
I like your
So,
little,
like, he kind of is primed to be a head coach, in my opinion. Because how fucking good the Chiefs are.
I like your little switch from where you almost said Daniel Jones good to
Kinda.
to yeah. Decent.
Decent.
Yeah.
They also put in another request for the Rams assistant head coach and tight end coach, Thomas Brown.
No, thank you.
From what I read about him, I don't know much about him. I talked to a few people that talk Rams. They said he's a really good coach. And then from people I looked on Twitter about that are like in the NFL, they said he's a player's coach that's on the rise. But they do.
He's 36.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. That's what they said.
It doesn't make you a player's coach if you both listen to Lil Baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you a player's coach. You're just not old.
We've seen that in Steven Silas.
Yeah. I just don't want Sean Payton.
Yeah. I know a lot of
What
people.
if they do get Sean Payton?
If you don't have to give up a pick, then I'll take it. Like, because he gives you instant credibility. Like,
yeah.
Even if we fucking suck, you can't laugh at us no more for being stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Real coach. Yeah.
It's like when you fucking fall a bunch of times doing something, and then like your mom holds your hand to do it the 3rd or 4th time, and he's like, "Oh, I got it now." He's gonna hold her hand.
Yeah, that makes
That's a good one. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Just don't give up a pick for it. Like, he's not that impressive. He got almost the same record coaching and almost identical in the playoffs as Mike McCarthy. Would you trade a pick for Mike McCarthy?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no. To me, when it comes to certain people that watch the NFL, they're too worried about names.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, my coach needs to have a name, and this and that. I mean, who the hell knew who Sean McAfee was? Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying we're gonna get the next one or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to go Sean Payton only and then that's it. Like, you have too many holes. So if you're giving up one of your first, I mean, how is that gonna help you out? Who's gonna play for him? He ain't gonna go out there and play. I said, I mean, for me, I feel one of these offensive or defensive coordinators are probably going to be the ones that we get out of this pool. Me, like I've said, I want an offensive coordinator. I want somebody that's going to work with whatever quarterback we end up with now, because we don't know yet. But, I mean, it's going to be stressful, fun time, I guess. I did see that CJ Stroud's draft board is going up a bit.
Well, it should. He had a real good bowl game. He played the fuck out of Georgia. He did everything he could to put that team in position to win, but they fucking muffed the kick. It wasn't on him. But it's just one game also. So
one of the guys from ESPN, DJ Bien Ami, he said that he talked to an office guy from the NFL and that CJ Stroud reminds him of Joe Burrow.
Negative, squirrel.
Interesting.
He reminds me of like Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Like, he really does. Like, he'd rather throw than use his athleticism, but he can't. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm saying I don't want you. I'd rather have Bryce Young.
Yeah, I want Bryce Young at number 2 and a legit head coach.
You know why I haven't had my phone? Why y'all couldn't find me? Because I'm sick of hearing stupid people. Like, and I don't even do the social media shit like that. Even on the radio, bro. Like, these motherfucking people. Like, there was so many scenario conversations going on from like, do the Colts trade up to number 1, or do the fucking Bears draft a quarterback and trade Justin Fields?
That's stupid.
It was like, I mean, the Colts conversation is worthy to be had.
Yeah, I'm talking about Justin Fields though. Like,
The reason why I think those start is because I mean, a lot of people use Twitter, and there was a Twitter thing going around
I'll be right back.
on a famous person stuff that actually does NFL stuff, and they were saying that in the meeting that the GM had, that he was saying we're going to evaluate the whole draft, but then they cut the rest out, and the rest of it was we're going with Justin Fields next year, like that's our quarterback type of stuff. But I mean, he could be bluffing also.
Yeah.
I mean, because we talked about it, he didn't draft him, so
Yeah, he didn't draft him,
yeah.
but I mean, it just depends on the value you put on Justin Fields. Like, what's he worth in a trade?
If I'm a team and I feel like he struggled, I'm not giving much up for him. I mean, if I can go and get a Derek Carr, a veteran quarterback, I can go trade for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I can freaking Jimmy
Brady's a
Garoppolo.
fucking free agent.
I mean, Derek Carr, Raiders literally said it. We can't trade you. We're gonna release you by February.
Fine.
I mean, I'm not. Why would I go and trade for Justin Fields when I can just go get a veteran quarterback? I mean, we can't make fun of people that get gap. I'm not saying you're going to make the playoffs. I mean, Seattle, you got kind of lucky, but you had Geno, Atlanta had freaking Mariota, and they did decent. I mean, now I get there's teams that are looking for those quarterbacks, Carolina, Colts, of course. But when you actually break down the teams of what they have to give up and what a first pick counts as, usually looking at like 3 to 4 first rounders, a massive player. What, the Colts are going to trade away Jonathan Taylor to a team
like I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a very possible scenario if you don't value Justin Fields high. Like if you don't ask for a lot in return, well, you're right. They're probably going to ask for a haul.
Yeah.
It just to me means that first pick is more valuable to you than the quarterback is. So you have to use that to get picks. You have to trade that pick.
Yeah, no, yeah, that makes. I feel like no team's willing to jump that far up unless it was like.
So I've been thinking, right?
Yeah.
A lot. Because I don't trust Casario.
Yeah.
So
you got to trust him blindly.
No, I trust him.
Yeah.
But I don't. He's like me. It's like, what mind frame are you in right now? Are you, I'm Nick Casario. I want to do the best job I can for the Houston Texans and get good players. Or is it, do I want to be the smartest guy in the room and who got a dick bigger than this?
Yeah.
Like, it depends on how he's thinking. So there's some scenarios we have here, right? So say that the Colts trade up to 1, right?
Yeah.
Chicago goes to 4. We want Bryce, and the Colts take Bryce at 1. So we're sitting there at 2, right? The Chicago Bears made this trade under the assumption that we're drafting a quarterback number 2.
Yeah.
So that means they're either getting Jalen Carter or Will Anderson at number 4, which is why they're okay moving to 4.
Yeah.
Let's let it be known to Chicago, if you do that, I'm gonna draft Jalen Carter at number 2, and Arizona for sure is gonna fucking draft Will Anderson at 3, and you're not getting what you want at 4.
And
you're gonna get a good player, but you're not getting what you want. And that's the karma that we get back from Arizona for the D-Hop trade.
Yep. And that makes perfect sense because I don't think people understand really how the war room works with these. You're contacting each other like, hey, okay, what are you hearing? Okay, hey, what are you hearing? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. That's how it is. And you kind of overhear like, okay, what are they looking for? Okay, they're going this way. So they know what's going on.
Okay, let's continue this war room. This is what happens in my stupid ass brain. We go Jalen Carter at 2. Will Anderson goes to Arizona at 3. They're at 4. Okay, you need a defender. You're going to draft a defender. But guess what happens from this point on? Every team in the league is wondering why the fuck they're not drafting. Nobody's drafting CJ Stroud or Will Levis. You only need one team to not draft him. And then you could get a quarterback at 12. Probably not going to be who you want, but I'm going to fuck Chicago. I'm going to get probably the best skill player in the draft and a quarterback. Sounds like a pretty successful fucking first round to me.
you don't control your fate. If you had the first pick, then you could get whoever you want and it's done. But like you said, if Chicago's like, oh, well, we're gonna do this, all right, well, I'm gonna fuck you right back. I'm gonna get a talented player, and then I'll take my chances on one of the other quarterbacks at the
Or
end.
not draft one there at all. And I could wait till the second or third round and draft Hendon Hooker, Tanner Mays, and take a chance on another quarterback like we did Davis Mills and think, okay, well, if we're only going to be so-so this year, then let's do this shit all over again next year and try to get Caleb Williams.
Yeah. I mean,
and we're still going to get like 7 good players this year.
And I think for sure, like when Nick's talking to these head coaches, I'm sure he has a plan. Like, this is the plan for this draft. If it doesn't go this way, then this is plan B. If this is plan C. Like, I mean,
I think that he needs to do this shit in his head like a offensive play caller. Like, whatever the fuck y'all are doing, we're gonna kind of ease back and let y'all beat yourselves and then fucking finish y'all. Because we have the picks to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
the only team that could fuck with this is like Seattle because they got Denver's picks.
Yeah.
I saw something that said that the Texans should either sign Derek Carr or Tom Brady.
Negative. I would rather waste a 4th round pick on fucking Hendon Hooker from Tennessee and play you for a year. If you good, then you get to be a backup next year. So
you get Driscoll's spot. You're good. Hey,
exactly.
We can hype you up the way the Packer fans hype up Love.
Or we could trade Brandon Cooks, say for a 4th, right?
Yeah.
Would you put Chicago needs picks, right?
Yeah.
This is a pretty good draft. So let's say that I get a 4th round pick for you this year. I got a 4th round pick. I got like 3 3rd round picks. So it'd be like, Chicago, look, you got 1, right? I got 12. I got 2 3rd round picks. And I got 2 4th round picks this year. Give me the first pick for 12. And then Houston has the 1st and the 2nd pick. And we still have a shit ton of picks this year because we have our 2nd round pick, a 3rd round pick, 2 4th round picks.
Honestly,
and the 1st and 2nd overall. You know how pimping that would be, bro?
Yeah. I doubt it happens, but that would be
I doubt it happens. This would be so dope, bro. I would sit in the dead of summer in a fur coat and let the world be known that I'm a Texas fan if we do some shit like that.
Sit there and listen to International Players Anthem over and over again.
The beautiful thing about having so many picks, I mean, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 6, 1 5th, 1 4th, 2 3rds, 1 2nd, and 2 1st. You can move around so much in this draft if you wanted to. Plus, add Brandon Cooks in there.
He kind of alluded to it in the thing the other day. He's like, "Well, we don't know how many players we're gonna get because we move around a lot."
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
He did. That's what he did last year. We didn't expect that. We were like, "Oh, we're on the clock. What the hell?" And people that are saying that Nick should have been fired because his picks were terrible and they were trash and all that stuff. I don't know what you were looking at in these players. I mean, Michi, that's you can't control. That's leukemia. He looks like he'll be back by next year.
You arguably have the only 2 steals of the draft.
Yeah.
Green.
In Petrie and Pierce. No, that's the thing is you have reference points for Stingley in Sauce, and you're like, well, he did this and he did. It's like, yeah, but I mean, it's not all his fault. Yeah. So that's why people are like, oh, he can't draft. Bullshit. He could fucking draft. That dude can evaluate talent.
Pierce. Everybody was on the Pierce train.
Exactly.
And now they're like acting like, oh, he sucks. Like, why? Because he got hurt. I mean, you know how many players got hurt in the NFL? Like,
Petrie broke some record and nobody cared.
Yeah,
he's the only player with 140 tackles and 5 fucking picks in his rookie year, but he also led the league in missed tackles by a lot.
Yeah, but nobody cares about it because he's on the Texans.
Texans fans were like, oh, he sucks.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have that many tackles. I'm like, you're going to get mad at him for having tackles? Like,
an aggressive safety who plays in the box. That's what they do. I told you on draft day, people were going to love this guy.
Exactly. I remember. I'm going to go find that video and clip it somewhere because I remember you saying those exact words. Houston, you're going to love this guy.
Somebody just commented on the picture that we have of Sean Payton on the SLG network Facebook, and they said the Saints are going to take that first round pick number 2.
Yeah, no, we're not trading.
Negative.
That would be
the best case scenario for Houston is that Sean Payton is only entertaining our dumbasses to light a fire under Jerry Jones so he could get that job. Like I think that's what's going on anyway. But
that would be interesting.
Go ahead and let Tampa Bay fuck the Cowboys up on Monday. On Tuesday, they're going to fire Mike McCarthy, and then they're going to hire Sean Payton at some point, and then we'll have to talk about it.
They'll definitely trade a first round for him. I don't know, the draft, I'm kind of hyped for it. I don't care all these terrible mock drafts, so I kind of stopped arguing with people. But it looks like all eyes are on Bryce Young for the Texans. Like you alluded to, I don't think Chicago is going to – I don't think many teams have enough to trade up for them. But also, like you said, I don't think they're going to want to risk their player moving up 4, 5, 6 of who they want, because they want one of those top 2 defenders. If not, then they get a quarterback.
That's the most player. Make it be known right now. If you fuck me and I don't get Bryce at 2, I'm gonna take Jalen Carter at 2, and you're not getting him. There's a lot of pass rushers, edge rushers. Ain't that many good inside defensive linemen, and I'm gonna fucking take him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure for me, I can't say I trust Nick 100%. I'm gonna trust him blindly because
the city would hate him if he did that, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'd be a Mike Fire situation right there.
Yeah.
I also saw something that said that we should try and get DeAndre back.
No, we don't need him. I don't want to pay him.
I agree, but these are things that Nick and I see at work all the time, and we love to bring them up to you so you can.
Because I don't hate D-Hop, want you to go to a good team.
Somebody said he's going to go to the Cowboys.
I hope not. Anywhere
with his top 3 options are Baltimore, Green Bay, and then Dallas.
Green Bay would probably be his best bet.
I have a strong inclination that if, depending on what fucking the Patriots do with their offensive coordinator, he might be.
I was thinking
if Bill O'Brien gets hired like they think as OC, that's not going to happen. He's not going to play for Bill O'Brien.
I was thinking Patriots too, but I don't know. I don't see that.
He's too fast for him.
I can see that happening. That's what they're missing, the Patriots.
Yeah, a dominant receiver.
Just throw that bitch up there.
Yeah.
He should go to like the Jaguars or something.
I do think that the Texans should bring in people though, but I don't want to be up.
Yeah, no,
it's gonna be people. That's why you need a coach. Then you know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Once we pick our offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, you're gonna have fans that are mad that we should have got Sean Payton. Yeah, you don't understand what we need. Why are you gonna give up a draft pick for that? Yeah. Second of all, you're not gonna be happy either way. So at this point, just do it. Like we've said before, if you win 10 games and win your division, ain't nobody gonna say shit anymore.
Yeah.
And then you bring Ben Johnson in. He kind of fits what we do. Like we sign people who are on their way out of the league and get that last little bit of toothpaste out their dumbass. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ben Johnson. Like Jamal Williams had 17 fucking touchdowns this year under him. I'm not saying Burkhead. I don't even want Burkhead on the fucking team. But like, who's to say that he can't make a older running back or somebody number 2 running back useful for us?
Yeah, we should just get like AJ Dillon and see what happens. I know.
He's too much like Pierce.
Oh, who did I say today or yesterday? Oh, I was talking about Miles Sanders being off the team, and you were like, hey, bring him on the Texans. And I was like, honestly, I don't think it'd be terrible.
I don't like Miles Sanders.
I know you.
I would rather draft a running back. There is a running back from Tulane named Tajay Spears who plays a little bit like Miles Sanders. He's better. He's smaller though. He's way smaller though. He's more like Darren Sproles. That's who the fuck I want on our team.
Oh shit!
Ooh, them kick returns and punt returns gonna be nice.
Darren Sproles is like 5'2".
This dude's kind of small. His name's Tajay Sharp. He plays at Tulane. He's fucking good. If you could get him in the, you get him in the 5th or 6th if you want him.
Shit, we got like 5-6 rounds or so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't mind wasting one of those picks.
I think they're gonna trade up. They're gonna use some of those 6th and 5th to move
for
up
fourth round. I agree because there's a lot of good fucking like defensive linemen in this draft.
Yeah,
and corners.
And you need, I mean, for sure those linebackers and all that. I mean, we're gonna do a video, I'm sure, on what we need and what.
I already bought a board. I bought a entire base board, bro. I'm ready.
I remember you told me, you told me you're gonna put it up behind you.
I got it.
Needs everything.
Yeah, one of everything.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
Owner.
I mean, Texans fans, breathe. You're gonna stress yourself out.
Oh, they're not gonna breathe.
They're not even mad anymore about that loss the other day. They didn't even know why they were mad on that day. They just knew they were.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of picks. If you get a coach and you get these picks and they pan out, and you get a young quarterback and they start doing good, you're not gonna.
If it was more of a like for sure number one player, I would be fucking mad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like if it was a Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
well, I was gonna say if it was another team that needed a quarterback, then yeah, I would be even more upset. But I don't see the Bears going and getting a quarterback just to be a dick.
That pick is worth so much to them. They can get so much for it.
I know, but that's also going to make their fucking quarterback, who just showed that he could play like 5 weeks ago, lose his mind, and then he's not going to want to do shit.
And they'll arguably probably have the second best quarterback in their division, depending on if Aaron Rodgers leaves or not. Because we know what Kirk Cousins does and doesn't do, and then Jared Goff. I mean,
but that team is kind of put together for him to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. If they go and get another quarterback, he's going to be like, I'm not going to play here no more.
I just feel like they have to keep Justin Fields because I honest to God don't think he's worth what they think he is.
No.
I really don't. Like, let's just think about the draft this year, right? It's like, why the fuck I'm going to draft Justin Fields if I can trade for Justin Fields if I could just draft Anthony Richardson? This same player.
Yeah, younger, cheaper.
Okay, neither one of y'all can throw. Y'all big and y'all run. Okay, well, I can draft this guy.
Yeah. Because whatever team trades for him, you're gonna expect him to be your starter. You're gonna expect him to do.
All right, I'm gonna do a mock real quick, and I got us we're at number 2, but I have Bryce Young available, so I'm gonna take Bryce.
Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, the head coach, I mean, we'll probably know in about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm sure.
Do you want a receiver at 2, or do you want a pass rusher at 2?
Bro, I've seen so many damn mock drafts. I don't even.
No, I got you, but I'm asking: do you prefer a receiver at 2 or a pass rusher at 2?
I think pass rusher.
Pass rusher.
Okay.
I see so many terrible mocks and drafts. I'm just like, I am so glad none of you are running this team.
With the 3rd pick, if I gave you the option of either an offensive lineman or a corner,
offensive line.
That's what I was thinking.
More of a need.
Yeah. And he's a tackle, so he can replace Tunsil.
Yeah. Speaking of your tackles, your boy Titus Howard looking for his extension this year.
I would give it to him because if everybody thinks he's that good, I'll trade you.
Yeah. Give him the contract now.
I don't dislike him, but I don't like you either.
Yeah.
What?
It's because you don't do enough for me to hate you, like Christian Kirksey.
Yeah.
But when shit goes bad, it's always your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're going to be the one to fuck up. So
I don't necessarily hate, but I don't like you. Okay, I get it.
I mean, there sure is a lot of people that are I guess high on him, but there is also a lot of players that right now are asking for their contract extensions or more money. And for me, if you're going to get a young quarterback like Bryce, you have to have an O-line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to have
a center for sure because Quisenberry was PFF ranked the worst O-lineman in all of football. So you need a center for sure. But you could get that in the draft, I feel like.
Probably.
Yeah. And then what? Spend our money on defense? because I haven't really checked out the class of who's a free agent because it kind of.
I just feel like you can get a lot of good young defenders in this draft. I really do.
Yeah.
But not a linebacker. Like I would go after a linebacker.
Yeah.
So like Roquan Smith's available, somebody like that. I mean, you can get a good linebacker, but it's not gonna be Roquan good.
No, I think for sure since we have a young team, we need some nice veterans also in that locker room and on the field to kind of rope it in a bit more.
Another thing that's not deep in this draft that you could go after is a tight end.
Yeah. We have man, what's his name that blew up in the last game?
Akins.
Yeah.
He actually was our best tight end this year. For real. He can't block worth the fuck, but he can run and catch.
It felt so weird seeing a tight end catch so many touchdowns this year.
Bro, we have OJ Howard. What you mean?
He won't be on the team next year. I hope Brevin Jordan's not on the team next year. He fucking sucks.
Pharaoh Brown?
He been gone. We cut him like before. I mean, I suppose it still might be worth it to go try to get. It depends on if, like, you listen to the mocks. What?
We got a comment that said I would never root for the Texans again after what they did to Lovie Smith.
Fuck that dude.
I don't even care.
I'm talking about whoever.
I don't even read those. I literally have it muted now just because of all the.
I like seeing how stupid Texans fans are sometimes.
Every fan base is stupid though, and so it just annoys me because it's like half of these people that are saying all this, literally, if the Texans win the division, they're going to be at Toyota Center like, "Let's go! I knew we could do it." I mean, literally everybody in Houston somehow was a JJ Watt fan.
Yeah,
but the draft was booing him. Like,
oh yeah,
get out of here! Like,
I saw people saying JJ Watt should come be the head coach.
Yeah, that was.
This is the exact same scenario that happened the year we drafted JJ. Is we were supposed to lose a game to Tennessee or some shit for like the 4th pick, and we won and got 11 or some shit.
Yeah,
and got JJ, best player in the draft. So chill the fuck out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
it's football. Like you said, it doesn't take much to turn it around.
No, look at the sorry ass fucking Jaguar.
I was about to say.
Yep.
But they spent they spent a shit ton of money, but they did it on. They get the Christian Kirk shit because he might not be worth that, but a lot of those other defenders they paid for they helped him. That defense ain't bad.
You're gonna find out how they do. I mean, you look at it; it's really only them next year, unless the Colts get a quarterback they want, or Tennessee looks like I don't even know what they're doing. So,
considering they don't have a coach either, and if we're being completely honest, they haven't made the best moves either. In drafting or free agency, it's within the realm of possibility they could do something like, "Oh, let's trade for number 1 and draft Stroud." Like that's within the realm of possibility.
That is such a Colts move. Like,
yeah.
We're gonna give you Jonathan Taylor and our pick for the number 1 for Stroud, and I would sit there and be like, "Yes, Taylor out of here. You get your quarterback. I get the quarterback I want." And y'all keep Jeff Saturday.
I definitely could see him doing that.
Yeah, it seems like a Colt move this year.
I want Bryce Young. The only scenario, and I'm okay with living with whatever happens if we don't get him. I just don't want him to go to the Colts. No. If you go to Chicago, fucking fine. Don't go to Colts. Yeah.
Don't go to. I don't want him in the division. I already got to deal with Trevor Lawrence. The other two don't have one, so I'm fine with where I stand.
Word.
It's like. You play Trevor Lawrence twice, that's fine. I trust Petrie, I trust Stingley, I trust whoever else we're gonna bring in.
What hurts more? Drafting who you want and watching them fail, it'd be a bust, or being in Houston's situation and missing out on somebody and watching that person you want succeed somewhere else.
That one is way worse.
That one, because I already dealt with it when I wanted Patrick Mahomes, and he went before Deshaun Watson. And I was okay with Deshaun, but it's not who I wanted. I wanted Patrick, and we see what he's doing. I mean, Deshaun's getting paid like Patrick, if that counts, I guess. But
And the fucked up thing, now that you mentioned that, at the time, nobody thought Kansas City needed a quarterback, but they did that anyway.
Yeah, it's fucked. He backed up Alex Smith for like a season or something, and then they were like, "Hey."
They realized how fucking good he was.
Yeah.
Now I'm nervous.
And then he grew up to be Patrick Mahomes. It was crazy.
A long time until April. I mean,
it's like 105 days until draft, bro. That's a long time.
Oh, why did you? Why do you have the days counted out?
I just know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mission for sure. But I mean, once we get our coach in about 2-3 weeks, I'll be like, all right, one Band-Aid put on. Let's keep going. Like,
yeah, that's definitely where we start. We get a coach, and then we figure out what to do in the draft.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna find out. We'll have more content for sure on this because this is the hot topic of the day.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on with it.
I guess moving forward, there's not much going on with the Astros. I mean, I know their spring training got announced for February, March. I can't believe it's coming up that fast. But
how the fuck are the Astros operating better than the fucking Texans and they don't have a GM?
Well, they're using their assistants, so I guess that's why, because they kind of know how the system works already.
They won 2 fucking World Series. That's why
they got money to play with.
Yeah,
they had no cap space, and they didn't have a Bill O'Brien fuck them over. And
true.
There's a lot of reasons why they're functioning better.
I mean,
nobody worries about them. They're the nerd of the city.
Because they already went through this also, though, too. Like,
they're the nerd that grew up to be hot and smash all the hot chicks.
They're the nerd kid. They're the nerd sibling that nobody worries about. Like, oh, they're not gonna fuck up.
They're Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle.
They might say something to get smacked every now and again.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna fucking trade their best player for nothing.
They're so smart that they end up making everything work out.
They're not gonna go trade their scion for dope.
God damn it!
Damn,
Jesus.
The funny thing is, did you see that post by MLB? That the MLB was talking about the next World Series odds for, I think, like 2023 through 2032, and the Astros were nowhere in there.
What the fuck?
And Ben Verlander was like, how the hell have the Astros made 6 consecutive ALCSs and have been in 4 of the last 6 World Series, but they're going to just fall off the face of the earth now, or what the hell? Like, the disrespect right now for it is just like, so their prediction for 2023 in the World Series this year is Dodgers versus Blue Jays.
Oh, fuck that.
And then 2024 is Mets versus Orioles.
So they're like the Mariners, what they're doing is not going to mean nothing. The
Yankees.
In
2026, they will go against the Cardinals.
Bullshit. By that time, that team will be old. Whoever wrote that's a dumbass.
It was MLB.com that wrote it, and everybody was like, for me, I'm like, y'all are just trying to sell tickets right now, so you're letting all these fan bases get hyped.
No, you know what it is they have absolutely nothing to talk about either. So they put all the teams up on the wall and threw a fuking dart at it and said that's who's going to be in the World Series.
Pretty much.
They have Yankees the year before that, and first the Giants. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
They're sick of seeing us. They didn't even put us up on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, we've already seen the disrespect with our pitching rotation. You said what? They ranked us 14th?
Yeah. Sorry, motherfucker.
It's like, come on, man. What the hell are you talking about?
Come on, man. Give me $1.
Like for the Houston, it's like for the Astros, as an Astros fan, to me, it's like, let's just play baseball because we don't know what the fuck. We don't really have nothing to talk about until we know who the fuck, what we need to trade for. So we got to play like 40 games before we really have a conversation about anything that means anything. I mean, and then other than that, we're just waiting for playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, we always talk about it. They kind of get bored anyway. So, and there's just not a lot to. It's a long season. It's a very long season, and we still got a lot of variables to figure out. Where does Lance fit in? Who gets second? Who gets third rotation? What the arbitration talks and all that heating up again. I mean, once you get your GM, then we'll a lot of it will probably start to get processed a bit more.
I'd be willing to bet we start the season without a GM.
No, I have a feeling we are. Yeah, because he said he's taking his time. So
taking his time mean next offseason.
Yeah.
Taking his time meaning if they win another fucking World Series without one, he's just going to keep doing that.
Probably. And I really can't hate him for it.
I couldn't either.
I don't hate him right now, but 5 years from now, I probably would hate him.
Why?
Because I need those great deals again, like you got Alvarez on. I don't need a bonehead.
That should be on our wish list. Somehow figure out how to get like Tucker on one of those deals.
Boy,
but we got to quit saying that shit because Tucker's gonna hear it and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I want money."
I'm getting paid, man.
Which I do think Tucker might be worth a little bit more than Jordan.
Yeah,
he's for sure outfielder.
Man, he's out there all the time. He's great. He's really great on defense. With the shift being gone, he's going to eat on offense this year. And he gets overshadowed by all the big stars. So it's like he just goes out there, plays, gets his numbers up, has fun, and that's it. Just chill.
So what happens if so we have him for 3 more years. What happens if he wins the MVP? You know what he wants. He's going to want that 200 plus.
Yeah. Are you okay with giving him that?
Hell no. You'll be like 30 by then.
What if he gets it next season?
No, because you're not going to get paid until the same time anyway. Yeah. So
build through your farm and
just can't give a fucking 30-year-old 10-year deal. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah. You see a lot of teams that do it, and they tend to struggle after that a lot. Like they tend to either hurt their system because it's a hard contract to move on from, or injuries or anything. I mean, at that nature, or you're not producing for the amount of money that you have.
Like Mike Trout.
Like Correa, who cost himself $150 million in 30 days by doing nothing.
Yeah.
He did doing nothing wrong. He said nothing. It cost him $150.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Ended up all the way back where you was at.
Yeah. I almost felt bad for the guy, but
I don't feel bad for him at all. Fuck that guy.
Nah, it's very interesting with the situation. I did see that post I shared with y'all. It said postseason wins. Houston Astros have had 11 wins.
Oh, that was funny. And Colorado had 10 for their franchise history.
Whole franchise history. I was like, whenever y'all say the Texans are the worst franchise in sports, remember about other franchises.
Word.
In sports. There's a lot of bad baseball teams, a lot of bad basketball teams.
Remember what the fuck the Detroit Lions have been for the past fucking 50 years. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And now we're asking for their coach. Hold on, let me rethink this.
Their only bright spot, though, that's why. Something happened. There was some magic made there. That's why. Is there any free agents you're looking at
in baseball?
Yeah.
Nah, I just want Yuli back.
Ooh, Houston Texans had the media over to NRG Stadium for a look-see into their marketing strategy and process to change their uniforms, which will be live as soon as 2024.
We don't give a fuck about your marketing strategy. Who's our coach, motherfucker? Who's our coach? Who's going to have on the headset? Who's going to throw the red flag? I don't give a fuck about no uniform.
You get your red helmet.
I get it, but I don't give a fuck about that. What's that just going to cover our loser-ass faces better? What the fuck?
Maybe. It'll make us look cool while we get beat.
If it makes you feel better, the Astros season starts soon, and we get to see probably one of the arguably best offenses we're gonna have. So, do you think there's still a spot for Yuli on this team? I know it kind of.
I think there should always be a spot for Yuli. I mean,
I kind of feel he's on vacation chilling, and that's just why he's not been signed nowhere.
Yeah.
I know there was that little scare with the Twitter thing where everybody was saying he's going to Boston, but I didn't really believe it because there was nobody credible saying it.
He's just he's a throwback player at this point. If he can't hit consistently, like you're just a fucking defensive first baseman.
Yeah,
you can't DH really like full time because I can't count on you. You can't be an everyday player because I can't count on your bat. So, I mean, we're kind of the only dumbasses who can really afford to pay him to just sit there most of the time.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it because he earned it.
Yeah. No, he did. I mean, look what he did over the years with us.
He never asked for. I told y'all that fool lives on Edgebrook somewhere. He don't know he can ask for more money. Like, so like the bullshit minimum they'll give him, he'll take it.
Yeah, somebody was like, "You got to pay him now." I was like, "Why? That's not how you run a team at all." I understand loyalty and respect for a player, but it goes both ways, and I can't overpay you for that. I mean,
I only have to pay you $1 more than somebody else is willing to if I really want you, and ain't nobody paying you nothing at the moment. So I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sounds like it
I
would
think
hurt.
at some point I do feel he's probably gonna end up getting signed. I have a feeling he's coming
It's either
back.
Houston or Toronto. That's all it
Yeah.
is to it.
His brother's gone, so he probably won't go there no more.
Where's his brother?
He got traded in that Arizona trade.
Oh, Yuli's not going to Arizona.
Yeah.
Promise you that. He's coming Houston.
I hope he does. I don't want him to go nowhere else.
I think he might be cool with not going anywhere. Just like, I'm done. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll go for the Savannah Bananas.
And go out on top.
I'm gonna go play for the Savannah Bananas and make Chinese eyes.
Jesus.
That's what a lot of people did say. They go, "I wouldn't take Yuli on the Boston Red Sox. We just signed a Japanese player, and remember what he did." I'm like, y'all can't let that shit go, dude. Like, damn,
Yeah.
dog. It's been 2017, bro.
The dude he did it to asked us for a roster spot, so if he could get over it, you get the fuck over it.
It's like,
It's
damn,
true.
bro. Him and you, Darvish, made up, bro. It's like it ain't that serious.
You don't know, but Yuli knows.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see. It's gonna be a fun season. I feel a lot of Astro fans are just to the point where they're like, "All right, keep down us now." Like, that's
It's
what we
just that
basically.
everything else in this city, sports wise, is fucking going bad. So they're like, "Will the winners come back?"
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, there because this is it's been tough. Astros, we miss you.
Yeah.
We want you back already, but we understand if you can't come back too soon. Enjoy your time off because it's gonna be a long season. We're gonna be watching you for a while, playoffs and all. Got some good matchups: Astros and Rangers, Astros and Mariners, Astros and Ohtani and Mike Trout for one game probably, but
Fish boy.
not Seattle, but Oakland. Yeah, I mean you're there, I guess, but
Yeah, I can't wait to see Astros in Seattle. I think this will be a good game.
rematches. Astros and Seattle, Astros and Mets. I want to see Astros and Yankees is always a banger.
Not really, because we always fuck them up.
Yeah, but I just like online. It's a
Fucking
banger.
them up, yeah.
Because it's just I'll never get tired of beating them.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Ooh. Oh man. Well,
What
we
happened?
can jump into. I guess we can jump into some Rockets.
Sabercats? Oh.
Fuck them too. They're pissing me off.
Why?
Because they fucking lost 8 games in a row. That's why.
Yeah, they
Oh.
suck. They're
The Texans didn't lose 8 games in a row. What the fuck?
It is. I'm not gonna lie. I could not say that. Well, I mean, they would play more games also, but I cannot believe I'm saying this. It's a little harder to watch the Rockets lose than it is the Texans. For
Way
me,
harder, because you can see this shit coming. It's like seeing a fat old person fall. Is 2 steps before it happens, this bitch is going down. Move. She's going down, right? And you see it every time the Rockets play. It's like, nope. I already know. I can change it now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they'll be up like by 30 points and drastically falter at like the third or it used to be the fourth that they lose. Now they're losing the third and the fourth, and it's just like, what is going on? And we've talked about it before with Silas being the problem, Eric Gordon being out there, Garrison Matthews being out there. At this point, and I have to say this, I watched yesterday's game. I stayed up and watched it. I don't know why. I was tired as hell, but
It was good for 3 quarters.
Yeah. I will say this though, it seems weird to me, and I mean, Kevin Porter, you're my boy, but it was kind of. I feel like if you, when we've talked about it, you get a veteran point guard. I feel that a veteran point guard, you can make a Şengün and Jabari fit.
You can
With the
calm
point
the team down.
Yes, because Kevin Porter now, with sadly as it is, he's out with a foot injury, so we'll see what happens. But it looks like we're not getting a veteran point guard because now you're in the tanking race at this point. Like
That's why
going
you don't
over-
fire the coach. Like you're
Yeah.
too far gone at this point. Just keep sucking. All
Yeah.
you can do is just try to inflate numbers. Like I literally would stop playing people as many minutes. Jalen and Jabari, just go shoot it.
Zach,
And
I saw your boy in a State Farm commercial the other day.
Oh
Who?
yeah,
Boban.
Boban. He don't do shit either.
He
a
big as
fucking
fuck. He's big as fuck, but he was in his Rockets uniform.
He's in the John Wick movie.
What the fuck?
He fought Keanu Reeves.
He looks like the dude that was in Bubble Boy.
fought him in the library. Like,
Yep.
Who would know that it's a few seconds earlier?
At this point, it's like no point in saving The Rock trying to save him. Just let it play out.
Yeah, we speak on like tanking for the NBA. Do it the right way with Rockets. Do it the right way. Just it's fine. And it's stressful for the ones that like basketball and watch you. But I think if you get Eric Gordon off, give KJ a freaking starting spot.
Yes.
Like this dude's been balling. Give him a damn starting spot. Let him feel like he's a part of the damn team, like, and show his worth. Get rid of Gordon. I mean, Garrison Matthews, cool, bro. You're balling. I can trade you. Hopefully, get some value of you. Tate looks great on the team. I can keep him at this point.
He's a good bench player for us. That's what I'm saying. Is
cheap.
You don't need fucking Gordon.
You
don't need Garrison.
Just tank for Victor.
I can't risk firing Silas because what's going to happen, and you know this is true, is John Lucas is going to take the job. We're going to play fucking good and lose out on Victor.
Yeah,
I can't let us lose 2 overall number 1 picks and 2 sports.
I'll be sick to my stomach if we get the second pick. I'll be like, if we get second, I'll be happy still. I can fuck with Scoot.
Yeah, I can fuck with Scoot too, but this shit sucks, bro. I want Victor. If I gotta watch this fucking bullshit for fucking 40-something more games, then I want Victor, who's your fucking mama.
Yeah, because Victor's balling, man, and a team with.
And you know what? I'm about to do something I ain't ever did before. I'm about to call Jalen Green out. Get your shit together, bro, because you fucking suck right now. You have a terrible true shooting percentage. It's like high 30s. Get it to fucking together.
Yeah, he's been very inconsistent over these last like 12, 15 games. He started off very well and then hit that wall. And it's weird because it looked like Mobley's hit it. He's hit it. There's a few people that have hit it. Now you have to figure out how to get past that shit.
He can't get past it because he don't know why he's in it. You're in it because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. Because the team don't know what it's supposed to be doing. Our coach don't know what we're supposed to be doing. So how do you fix something if you don't know what the problem is?
Just go out and ball, I guess.
I was gonna say, just keep playing until you figure it out.
All that's gonna happen is he's gonna come out, shoot lights out for like 2 games, and then go right back in a slump for 10 more games and shoot as many shots, and you lose 9 of the 10. That's what the fuck happens. If you have a system, if you run a true basketball system, no matter what you choose, when something is wrong, you know how to fix it.
Yeah.
But we don't. We just read and react. Can't fix that.
To me right now, I feel like I have Pep Hamilton and who was the one from last year?
Tim Kelly
running my team right now in basketball. Because I don't know what the hell be going on, and then one random time you'll be like, "Oh, that's Pep." Oh, never mind, that's Pep.
Our best play is just put your head down and run as fast as you can to the front of the rim with the ball. That's what we do best.
Give it to Şengün, and yeah, I mean, there was another. Anthony Edwards came out and said that Şengün is a baller. Luka's come out, Joker's come out, but until you get a real point guard that can give the ball to people where they need it, you're gonna have whatever the freak we have right now because I don't know what the hell.
I told you who we want. I told you who we need.
He's hurt right now, so.
Well, we're not gonna get him to the offseason anyway, but because you run into the same problem with Scoot or Victor. Is your logjam at both of those positions anyway? So,
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here.
Please do.
If we get Victor, you're not trading Jalen and you're not trading Jabari.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Jabari. Like,
ooh, okay.
Because you don't know.
Yeah.
If you depending on what the value is for him. I'm not gonna say shit because I'm tired of being loyal to fucking team.
No, I get you.
If I had my choice, it would be Jabari at the 3, Sengun at the 4,
Victor
at the 5. Because I would much rather have Victor as my help defender because he's so long. But I would want Sengun to take the bumps.
Yeah.
And then Jabari is just a fucking defensive specialist. So that's how I would play that. Yeah. And then you still need a point guard. Like, get you a real fucking point guard, throw him on that team, and see what happens. I don't know why they don't listen to me anymore. I really don't, bro, because this shit is not that hard. It is not that hard. No, they don't. They don't. If you did one thing I asked you to do and it works and you just acknowledge the fact that I gave you that idea so I could get the clout, I'm good with that the first time. The second one's going to cost you, right? But
yeah, no, I honestly feel the Rockets are tanking. Like there's just certain moves they do where it's like they're doing so good and it's like, all right, put all the bad players back in. Eric Gordon, go out there and just start chunking threes up, bro. I just start chunking shit up.
Casario needs to watch the Rockets so he can learn how to fucking tank from the GM chair. Shit.
Facts. You don't even hear shit about Stone. He's just quiet. I forget he's there sometimes. But it's going to be Houston. It's going to be a rough ride. Buckle up. Rockets are terrible. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Texans were terrible. We're in we're in the off season now, so enjoy some playoffs. It's like if you're a Dynamo fan, I feel triple sorry for you because I don't even keep up with them, but I know they suck. So you're just hurted right now. Astros will be here soon.
Listen,
the XFL's back.
We can go 500 in this situation, right? Like we have the two worst teams in their given sport. The Rockets and the Texans, right? The Astros were the best. Yeah. So give us another best and let U of H win the tourney, and we'll call it even. We're batting 500 for the year.
I'll be tight. The XFL's back, so maybe the Roughnecks will be good.
Zach.
I love saying that to Zach because he gets like
it's like such the worst consolation prize ever. You know what I'm saying?
It's like to me, and I love the Roughnecks. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it's like if somebody was be like, "Hey, you know, Rice won their bowl." Like,
yeah, it's like what kind of Rice bowl?
It's like, oh, that's so cool, bro.
I know. I just love bringing it up to Zach because he gets so offended.
It's his face when you say XFL, he's like, "Oh, here we go." The gamblers, you know. Oh man. Yeah, you Cougs, keep it up, Cougs. Y'all keep scaring me a bit because y'all are downplaying to y'all's y'all stuff. I guess we'll to the end it. I did see two interesting names for baseball that people were talking about, and I keep seeing people back and forth. I don't want them. Let me get this out there before.
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
Yeah. So I saw two names. One of them, of course, is Trevor Bauer. And then the other one I saw today was Aronis Chapman.
I can't risk Bauer fucking the locker room up.
Yeah. I feel with Bauer's history with our franchise, it's a hell no. All the, cheaters stuff. I just feel like, nah, you were too vocal with it. It's kind of like Correa going to Dodgers, I feel. It just doesn't.
No, if you bring Trevor Bauer into our fucking clubhouse, it's like the Astros hiring Esterby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know we're not doing it. We don't need you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were fucking knew how to behave, yeah, you would fit our team perfect. Would love to have you, but you don't know how to behave.
He's always on social media. He's always saying stuff. He's always doing this and that. I'm like, nah.
Don't get me wrong. I like his YouTube channel, but I don't want you to fucking pitch for the Astros.
Yeah, and then you got Aronis Chapman, what, 34, 35?
I don't want you either because we took a lot of fucking shit about cheating on you, and now you want to come over here? Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I don't got nothing else there. I'm done. I'm stressed out again from.
I was going to say, I was fucking doing fine earlier.
Yeah.
I was doing fine too.
I'm sitting here with my arms crossed, pouting.
Buckle up, Houston. It's a long ride. We got a lot of sports, a lot of bad to talk about. Hopefully, some good to talk about. Maybe Rockets get a win in like a week or two.
At this point, I just want Jalen Green to go to the All-Star game and fucking win the slam dunk contest.
Well, that's KJ's going there.
He's not a slam dunk contest dunker.
Well, he's going. Jalen Green declined.
He's not that kind of dunker. He's an in-game dunker.
Yeah,
big difference.
Well, he's going to represent the Rockets. Jalen declined. He said, "Nah, I'm good. I'm going to focus on my game and enjoy the weekend." So
you're just making Zach even more mad.
I had to let him know. I forgot it happened like a few days ago.
Zach's just son of a bitch, man.
Can't get nothing.
I can't get nothing. God damn it.
Well, if you made it to this point, YouTube, for all your Houston sports news, you can always come to the Bayou City Boys. We ain't going to tell you what you want to hear. We're going to tell you what you
need to hear.
Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. Give you all the breaking news. I got you. You can also subscribe and like this video for all stuff. Be on the lookout. Go and look in the Bayou City Boys playlist.
Word.
And you'll be getting all of the Houston info that you need for all of our teams. Who knows? Zach don't like XFL, but me and Caleb might do some stuff on X.
I'm going to laugh if they suck too, because I'm going to make y'all follow them fools just for saying it. It's like y'all follow two sorry-ass fucking football teams now.
Okay.
That being said, man, we out. Y'all be safe, Houston.
Later on.
Stay warm. Later.
Peace.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.